Boop-a-doop. Today we have a little profile on Tretch. Tretch has been on my stream a couple of times, but he might not be as well known to other people. So let's go through it real quick. He has the rank of gold currently, though I'm sure it's just going to go up. In his main factions, he's set of Vampire Counts, Tomb Kings, and Lizardmen, but when I play him, he plays a lot of anything. So I did add that to his strengths. Other strengths would be Flank Overload and supporting his cavalry. He generally doesn't leave cavalry to die almost ever. Very good at keeping them up and alive. I also know that from our games that we played. Very hard to keep his cav down. My only suggestion would be is clumping your assets together a little less. And that means less of like 2 infantry units standing on top of each other, but we'll see. What I mean, I believe in the third game we're going to cover. So first we get to see his beloved Tomb Kings versus the Empire. Traditional, actually I don't know how the community views it. I've always viewed it as fairly Empire favored. Heavy cav and chariot investment, along with 2 big kitties, the Necrosphinx and Cetra. Cetra and the big kitty are just going to keep Volkmar a little honest, but other than that we have some skirmish cav running around, doing skirmish cav things, and a full surround coming in. Now here you can see strength number 1 is a flank overload. Most of his assets are on the same side. They're going to overwhelm the Empire defensive formation, while the Empire needs assets on the far side just to hold off these minor threats, but you need something over there to stop them. So this is what I meant by avoiding clumping a little bit. These chariots could be slightly more spread out, like one going here, here, and here, so you're still attacking the same flank and whatnot, but not literally as bunched up as that. Necrosphinx and Cetra moving through. They are currently in front of Sterling's Revenge and other handgunners, so they're going to take a lot of damage. But we can fast forward a little bit. So on the second attempt, the chariots on the right side break through a lot better, doing more damage. And they are taking a lot of damage, but the skirmish cav is routing off things. You can see big routes coming in, and then Cetra plus his Necrosphinx pushed up through the middle, and they came this way to attack the weakened flank from the rear, routing off even more things. Now it's the Empire's remnants of the left flank and Volkmar versus the Tomb Kings. Tomb Kings have not gotten out scot-free, however. They've taken a lot of damage on the whole. Cetra's almost dead, but he's going to chase down Volkmar with the little bit of his life remaining. It would appear. Now it's just cycle charging, cycle routing, and the game is over. So that was a good example, actually, of the flank overload plus just a little bit less clumping. We already get to see his Wood Elves, which is not on his list of factions played. Told you, he kind of plays everything. And I just faced him today, where he took an Ancient Tree Man, but I hadn't looked at this before then, so maybe I could have seen it coming. Once again, most of his cavalry is on one side, just a little bit on the other, to keep his opponent honest. And he's going to run up. Now this is a much better approach, in my opinion. As we're going to see here, doop, triple fast forward, there we go. One is going the long way around, one's going to go medium way around, one's going to charge over here, another's going to charge up through here, another's going to charge up through here. That is a much better approach than we saw in the Tomb Kings game, and it's going to yield a little bit better results. Side charge here from these Wild Riders do break the charge defense before the other Wild Riders hit them, trying to kill all those Spearmen, but it is a lot of Spearmen. Left side, almost nothing was committed. Now these archers are free to fire, but everything on the right side is free to die. And die it will. Good healing coming in, making sure his cav is nice and healthy. And they're just routing off one thing at a time. Now they have taken a lot of archer fire, but of the units that are left, we had Lothern Seaguard, archers. So there's only 2 spearmen, and then there's 4 or 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, there's 4 hybrid ranged units left in there. Little bit of a cavalry blob, but then the cav come in from the far side. And look we're at 3 minutes into this game. That's not going to last much longer. Still have a full health Great Stag Knight running around. That's what I meant by cav support. This Wild Rider is relatively healthy. These Wild Riders are pretty wounded, but they're not dead. So Tretch just has a way of keeping certain cav healthy, even though it's not just like forgetting them in the back or something. But at this point, a lot of routes going to come in. Cav should be able to chase them off, but it looks like they should just focus on cycle charging and routing what's left. Then they bounce out, route some more stuff, And the Archmage of High Magic just barely take any damage, but routing the rest of the army, and they'll get to it later kind of idea. Go, Cav, go! Go, Cav, go! It's the end of the game, and all the units that are here are doing decently okay. Is that a Great Stag? That's Wild Riders. Great Stag Knights. Where's the healthy one? Oof. That healthy of a Great Stag Knight late in the game. I think he's been using a lot of healing on him. But never abandon your cavalry. Abandon your infantry, apparently. Screw them. Who needs them? And the last one for today. Tretch on the Empire. Another faction not listed in their supposed mains. And I'm starting to feel like we were lied to. We have a nice little Empire build. Some more wagons going to go kite. I think that's Boris Toddy up in the sky. We have a Light Wizard doing some casting. Yada yada. Now, since they don't have the cav pressure this time, they don't do their normal charge and flank overload. It's just defensive posture with war wagons running around getting some free shots forever. We do have some Empire Knights trying to charge stuff, but they're going to get charged by Centaurs, and they don't like that very much. And last, the cav. Now, here's a weird part I noticed I didn't love, is that these two Empire Knights are going to stick together for quite a long time in this battle, which is like, now instead of having two cav units, you essentially have one with 2 health bars. So now they're all going to go this way. And they're both going to be mildly forgotten for just a second. And they'll both go this way. And then they go that way. Well, this one's routing now, but you saw my point. For a while there, it was just one weirdly healthy cav unit rather than 2 that could split up and go bail out multiple things. Not gonna matter too much, as the Beastmen are already behind in this game, and Boris is plenty healthy, still has a Light Wizard friend. He has a War Wagon doing some poke overtime. He's gonna mop up the rest of this crew and be the big winner. That's our little overview of Tretch. Mostly a cavalry player. Those who saw that last game has a couple tricks up his sleeve. And if you play him, get ready to face any faction, because it's coming. It's coming for you. Tretch is chill. I've talked to him a few times. I don't think he hates me, so that's pretty good. Go Tretch, go.